So I'm titling this video, "You Are Only Dying Again." So I talked about it a little bit in my Venus retrograde video about how all of this old shit is coming up. And today I think I might have actually been coming on to the finalization of all of this old shit coming up. Like I talked about my 79-year-old self. Now it's like my, I would say 11 to 13-year-old self that's been coming up, and the past month has been really difficult, and I just constantly feel sad and constantly feel depressed, constantly feel like suicidal, like I don't want to be around, like I don't matter for anything and that nobody cares about me, and feeling really alone. And I'm able to see it for what it is, but I still feel it. That's how I felt at that age, like a complete waste of space. And I had my first suicide attempt at 12. I was so ready to go. Like you wouldn't believe, I was so ready to go out of this world. And all of that's been eating away at me. And the funny thing is, the only thing that soothes it is the depressing ass rock music that I used to listen to back then. All of a sudden I feel better when I listen to it. But I've been struggling through these emotions of depression, of the sadness, of the loneliness, and darkness. Because that's what life was like for me at that age. It was dark. I was fumbling around in the dark. I didn't understand my place in the world, why I was who I was, why I was born into the family that I was born into. I didn't understand any of it. Everything about life was suffering. And that's what I've been feeling like lately, that I just keep suffering. And I question my spirit guides about it, and they're just like, "You're only dying again. You should be used to it by now. You should be doing it gracefully." And I'm like, what the fuck? How do you die gracefully, you know? You never die gracefully. And your work is never done. Like, all I talk about is healing. That's what I do, right? That's what I do. That's what I like helping other people to do. And it's just like, and not that I neglected it, but I never particularly went through any age group and said, this is what happened, this is what happened. But I'm seeing all of this stuff coming back, and I'm seeing all of these things come back in like chronological order in my mind. All the emotions and stuff that I'm going through is kind of like in chronological order. Everything, all the emotions, positive or negative, whether it's fear or love or anger or hatred or shame or grief or happiness or joy, it all hides somewhere in our body. And we gotta let it out. And I said it before in the other video that I made a terrible habit of punishing myself all the time. And I guess it's no different because I still did it when I was, from the age of 11 to 13, preteen. I still did it. And even now I hold myself back from so much joy and so much more pleasure and so much more happiness that I could be having. I constantly keep sticking myself inside of a box and then wondering why I'm sad and depressed. I'm only dying again. And it hurts because you think once you heal some things, especially like shadow work is supposed to be as deep as it gets, right? And you think you heal some things and you think you're something, that you're getting somewhere. And you're never done. You're not never done. It's been 7 years for me on this spiritual journey. And I initially set out to heal my physical self because I knew that I had so many ailments. And you ain't never done that shit either. The more I purge, the more I let out, the more sick I am. And today, I went to the hospital because my leg has been hurting. It's hurting. And I thought that I pulled a muscle or something like that in the hospital. It just from going to the gym, I thought that I pulled a muscle from going to the gym. No. It was going on too long, and it just kind of felt like a Charlie horse, and it swelled up and just going on too long. And I was just like, tomorrow I'll go, like thinking that it was going to get better, even though deep inside I knew that it wasn't going to get better on its own, that something was wrong. And so I don't have any insurance, and that's why I'm so stubborn like that, because I don't want to have to pay no bills later. But I went anyway. And they told me I got a big ass blood clot in my leg. And after some more tests, it's not just in my leg, it's also in my lungs. So, I mean, a few days later, I wouldn't even be here to be making this video. But since I am here, I'm only dying again. I'm only shedding off and letting go of pieces of myself that don't serve me. You know, it hurts like a bitch because you build this identity of who you are. These experiences make you into a certain person, you know, and you hold on to it. You really hold on to it. You know, a couple weeks ago, I felt this crushing chest pain. And when I first felt it, I ran out the door. I put my shoes on. Well, I didn't run. I just, I was just like, shit, I'm having a panic attack. I felt all this pressure on my chest. I'm like, I'm just going to go outside and get some air. What the fuck? And I went outside and I was, real quick, for a couple minutes, I came back in. And it was like, I came back in and I was like, let me get something to drink. I'm thirsty. Maybe I didn't realize I was thirsty or something like that. I said to myself, and before I could even get a glass out the cabinet, it was just like, bam, like an elephant sat on my chest. And I was going so fast that I couldn't even feel my feet touching the ground or anything. It was like boom, bam. I was outside trying to catch my air on the ground, trying to catch my breath. And I'm saying that because that's who I was when I was in middle school. I was this person that had panic attacks, anxiety attacks, so much so to the point that I blacked out sometimes. I didn't change classes and stuff with other kids. I left class early so that I could go to my next class early without having to be around other kids because it was overwhelming. I had panic attacks on the school bus. I was highly claustrophobic. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't deal with being around people. I couldn't deal with life. I was really, 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 really breaking down mentally from all that shit. It wasn't even my shit. And I was breaking down from it. But I'm saying all of that is because at some point in time I locked all of that away. Somewhere. Well, apparently I must have locked it in my fucking veins because here it is, blocking my arteries and shit. But I locked that away from me, and I grew from it, and I became, well, I'm not going to say I became a people person or anything like that, because I'm not, and I still get anxious being around too many people. I still get really I don't know, I get really overwhelmed being around too many people at one time. I can't stop being that way. You know what really sucks is that I always wanted to go to a concert. I know it's too many people there for me to be able to deal with it. I always say to myself, if only I didn't have this anxiety issue, maybe I'd go. And I guess that part of me is that's what's dying. The part of me that holds back because there's too many people. The part of me that's anxious, the part of me that panics, the part of me that feels so sad and depressed and unwanted and alone. I built my identity around that. Around being so solitary. Because I'm 31 and I don't even have no friends. And I talk to like 2 family members. And that's really how I was at that age too. Like the world was just too big for me to handle. And I guess these past few weeks has been this battle going on between that version of myself and who I am now, and really who I want to be. And that's what my God said to me. You're only dying again. You should be doing it gracefully. I just feel sad for that little girl that felt like that. I feel sad for her. I understand why she was feeling so lonely. I understand why she was depressed. I understand why she didn't want to be in this world. All these years later, it is not me. It's not who I am. It's not part of my identity. I mean, the title of the video should probably be, who do you think you are? Because all of these experiences in our childhood, it makes up who we are. It makes up, certain traits and behaviors and all of that kind of stuff. You think you know. But when you get on a spiritual journey, you have no fucking idea. None at all. For real. I just can't believe I'm being abusive to myself when I knew something was wrong. I should have went to the hospital sooner. And I should trust myself. I can't believe that it's something that serious. But it's alright. I'm only dying again. And I guess I'm learning to do it gracefully. And I don't know if it's a shift going on and other people are dying again too. Picking off pieces of you that just don't belong there. If you are, you're both dying again. It's the only way to really heal.